About to be live. We live right now. This is Colossal Boxing Talk. We are talking on the pre-fight. This is a pre-fight show, part one of Ruslan Provodniko versus Chris Algieri. Everybody introduce themselves.
What's up? I'm John G with the Colossal Boxing Team today. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, ready to talk some boxing.
All right. Mike?
Yo, what's good, everybody? This your boy Smooth Cat, and y'all already know I'm rolling with CBT as usual. What's
All
good,
right.
everybody?
Yeah, Miguel had to hop off, but he'd probably be hopping back on. So how do y'all see this? How do y'all assess? How do you see the Chris Algieri versus Ruslan Provodniko? A showcase, competitive matchup, or whatever?
I believe it's going to be very competitive because a lot of people are overlooking that Chris Algieri is a very athletic, smooth boxer. So, and smooth boxers is what caused Ruslan Provodniko the most problems. And he's fast and he's very rangy as well. And
We
his
talking
lateral
about-
movement, is, huh?
Are we talking Andre Rose or are we talking?
We're talking Ruslan Provodniko. What y'all think about the Ruslan Provodniko versus Chris Algieri?
My
Is
bad.
it a showcase, competitive matchup, or whatever?
But like I was saying, hey, honestly, I feel that his lateral movement is gonna throw Ruslan off a lot because Ruslan Provodniko, he doesn't deal too well with movers, with guys who can box. Every guy who he fought who can box has beat him.
All right, John, what you think about it? Is it a showcase, a competitive matchup, or what? Algieri or Provodniko?
I think it might start out as a competitive fight, but then I think that I saw a couple of things from Algieri that I pretty much didn't like in the Jose Peralta fight, where there were times where he backed up and he left himself susceptible to like hooks to the body, hooks to the head. You know what I'm saying? And somebody like Provodnikov, if Peralta's giving you trouble, Provodnikov's going to end you. So I mean, I know that Algieri, sometimes he's very patient. He's a boxer. He had that kickboxing background. So I mean, he's no stranger to fighting. But I think that sometimes he can be a little too cool for school. A little bit too patient, and somebody like Provodnikov will pick him off.
All right, Miguel, how do you see the Provodniko Algieri, a showcase, a competitive matchup, or a blowout, or whatever?
I ain't get to introduce myself, so you already know it's Mouse. But I can't see this being competitive. You know what? I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Ruslan just because I enjoy him as a fighter. But I'm gonna keep it perspective. I think you looking at Algieri. I don't see him being a better boxer than Alvarado.
Me either.
What?
Me either.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't either.
Really?
So yeah, you know what I mean. I'm Chris Algieri's he's a decent boxer, but I don't think he's better than Alvarado.
Hey, he gonna surprise y'all this weekend.
I don't know.
He gonna surprise y'all.
I honestly don't listen. Remember years back, Herrera beat Ruslan, but
Right.
Ruslan has improved a lot from when he came out of ESPN as a fighter. You know what I mean? And even from the Bradley fight, you saw the improvement. I don't think there's a better guy that cuts off the ring right now in boxing. He cuts off that ring so beautiful.
I think
Gennady
Triple
Golovkin
G
does it
does.
They both.
I don't know, because we seen in the Curtis Stevens fight, Golovkin kind of had trouble cutting off Stevens at times. So
No, he didn't.
I don't know. He got backed up a couple of times. I don't know. I'm just saying.
He got
Man,
backed up.
Man, you can't
I ain't
challenge
never
him in
seen-
front of Mike.
I know Mike's a Golovkin fan. But I don't know. I see this being stopped like in the Alvarado fight. I think Ruslan's just gonna be too much. Right now, I don't see it like he training with Freddie Roach. You know what I mean? I think he's on Freddie Roach type of fighter. Come forward aggressive. I think it's just gonna be too much for Chris Algieri. I can see him being competitive for maybe the first 4 rounds. But I think as the rounds go through, Ruslan's power is just gonna overmatch Chris Algieri.
All right, all right. I think how I see it playing out, I think it's gonna be competitive. Chris Algieri is very smooth, good jab, good boxer. But something that he does that really concerns me. He backs up and put the earmuffs on, and
Exactly.
Alvarado's gonna tee off on him. So I think it'll be competitive for
You mean
5.
Ruslan?
Yeah, Ruslan. I think it'll be competitive for about 4 or 5 rounds, and Ruslan end up taking over and knocking him out in the 6th. That's just my quick prediction off the top of the head. But I think it's going to be pretty much interesting, in my opinion.
Yo, Ruslan's gonna have to really fall off for this. For this to go 12 rounds, which I predicted at first, but I really don't see it.
No. Yeah, it's the Chris Algieri, and only because if you look at Ruslan's last 2 fights against Alvarado and Bradley, you're talking about even Bradley himself, just above average boxer. I mean, if you match up Bradley and Algieri, you're talking about 2 different levels. And Ruslan hung in there with a boxer that's, you know what I mean, that I feel
wait. All right, true enough. But Bradley didn't. Was Bradley using his lateral movement, or was Bradley trying to prove something?
I understand Bradley was trying to prove his point, but listen, when Ruslan knocked him down, he started running. And man, he wasn't trying to prove their point no more.
Hell no. See, he had a concussion by then.
So let me ask you a question. So do you think that Algieri is faster than Bradley or what's it, Alvarado?
Man, he fucking 10 times faster than Alvarado.
He faster than Alvarado, but not Bradley.
Not Bradley, but see, Bradley wasn't even really using his speed though. But basically, what I say is,
that's true.
With his range is. I promise you, y'all got to pay attention to his range and his length.
No, he's pretty good at that.
That's what's gonna get Ruslan the problems.
He's good at punch placement too. If you look at it, he can get you between the gloves, uppercut. I mean, he's really good. He's really good at punch placement. And
I think Bradley
could play a factor.
I think Bradley was trying to load up versus Provodniko to prove a point. So you really can't make that comparison at all. But how good? All right, if Algieri wins, where does he go?
Who, Ruslan?
You say if Algieri wins?
Yeah, where does he go?
Rematch.
I can see a rematch, or either I can see him fighting a damn Brandon Rio or something.
Okay.
That's tough though. I mean, let's be honest though. All right, Algieri looks like a slick boxer, but at the same time, I mean, look at the level of his competition he's faced. It's not like you can honestly say he's beaten a viable opponent to look that good in it.
Hey, Emmanuel Taylor was a viable opponent.
But I mean, let's look at it though.
Emmanuel Taylor.
He's always been at home though. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be in his hometown and stuff. He's going to be in Madison Square Garden.
No, it's going to be in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's in Brooklyn. My bad. Barclays. It's in Barclays.
All right. What if Ruslan wins? What do y'all want to see him do next?
I want any top guy at 140 for me.
I want to see Ruslan. Hopefully, if the Cold War ends, give me Ruslan versus Lucas Matisse.
Ooh, how you see that playing out? How y'all see that one playing out?
Man, brutal as hell.
Yeah, but is Matisse gonna stay at 140 or is he moving up to 47? Is the question.
He's a Heyman fighter
at 140. He's trying to get a rematch with Garcia.
Because I would also like to see Brandon Rios versus Ruslan.
Me too.
But isn't Lucas a Heyman fighter?
He is a Heyman fighter.
So I mean,
but he has a contract with Golden Boy though.
Hold on, let's cut in for a minute. What about the possibility of Abner Marias jumping Espinosa Boxing and Golden Boy just to sign Al Heyman? What kind of message does that send out?
Heyman getting folks paid.
Man.
I mean,
Heyman is the live ticket of boxing.
Something's going on in Golden Boy that we don't know about. There's a reason why all this is happening now. I think a lot of blame is being put on Richard Schaefer, but I think ultimately, I think there's more to that picture than we know about.
I agree. Something
think-
shady. Something.
I think it's something shady, but you think about it for a minute. How is Al Heyman running a boxing game with a net worth of $15 million?
I don't know though. I'm just sitting here wondering the same thing. I asked you that question the other day. He's obviously not that greedy, so he's getting these guys paid, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Better words, I'm gonna say it like this. Look at Andre Berto. Don't get me wrong, Andre Berto was a good fighter. But Andre Berto, I think his net worth is like 16 million.
12 million.
Huh?
12.
Right, 12. But then you look at the guy who's critically acclaimed, the pound for pound number 2. He only got 2 million.
Man, he need to jump ship. That's what he need to do.
Right. Hey, that's what
He's trying to though. He trying
to, but see, he messing with
Yeah,
Gary
but you
Shaw,
know,
and Gary Shaw got a degree in
Dan Goosen. Dan Goosen.
Dan Goosen. My fault.
So
yeah, but you know what? Al Heyman's just an advisor. He really doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he's not a matchmaker, promoter, nothing. He really doesn't get these guys on they fights. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't sign the dotted line when they fight. You know what I mean? They make that decision, and I think I don't know. I thought when Hopkins came out and he stated that he was upset that Richard Schaefer was leaving, that Richard Schaefer was a good guy, and he wasn't really, a golden boy fighter. That to me was kind of the bigger picture of what's happening now. Because I think Oscar himself is withholding from everybody. Because there's no way. I can see Hopkins, he's not Mexican. But now Abner Mares, a Mexican fighter, wanting to sign with Heyman, something is not right. I mean, Oscar's always been about his Mexican guys. So it just doesn't sit right with me knowing that these guys are just jumping just like that. And it's beyond the money.
You know what?
What I catch with it's like a lot of guys they want to be promoted like Canelo, but they don't have Canelo type star power. But they want Oscar to be like, okay, well, I'm still gonna invest this money in you. And Oscar, he's smart. He like, okay, I can't invest it in you because you don't got the looks, you don't have this, you don't have that. So, but Heyman tells you, hey, I'll get you 2 or 3 fights and a world title shot. Why wouldn't you jump at it?
True.
And to make $10 million each fight, why wouldn't you jump at it?
I learned when Paulie Malignaggi jumped over there. I mean, Paulie keep it real. Paulie called him out. All of a sudden, he became an Al Heyman fighter, and he became an Al Heyman lover.
Yep.
He got paid them up. Yeah.
Paulie, if they get an interview, Paulie's gonna let you know what it is, without really telling you. But Paulie really, he's a guy like me. It's hard for him not to tell the truth.
Right.
So they get a camera in his face like Radio Raheem, or maybe Colossal Boxing Talk can get him more. I don't know how, but Paulie gonna tell the truth, man.
All right, what y'all think about Demetrius Andrade versus Rose?
Oh man.
Boo boo all the way, baby.
So how good can Boo Boo be?
I think he could be great. I think he needs to improve. There's still improvements he needs to make, but I mean, he seems to be dedicated to the sport, and I mean, he showed real good poise against what was this guy's name?
Martinez.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That guy, Martrojan. I never say that dude's name. But yeah, I mean, and that dude has fought. Yeah, I mean, he's been in there with top junior middleweight, so it's not like he was fighting a dude that, you know what I mean? Because Vanes Martrojan, he's like a journeyman at 154. He's really just fought everybody in there, but can never really get over that hump. So I don't know. I can see Boo Boo getting better. I mean, he has the right camp and the right trainer.
All right. What you think about Andrade, John?
I really like the variation of his left hand that he can throw. Like he can throw kind of like a half uppercut. He can throw it straight. He can make it a hook. But it all looks like it's the same motion. That's the one thing. And his jab, like he can either use it as a range finder, or he can snap you and keep you honest. So I mean, I really like the potential, and he has the frame to probably get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that he could be a pretty big star, but hopefully, you know, he keeps that that chin tucked a little bit, you know.
So what you think about Andrade, Mike?
Honestly, I'll say this. I'll be honest. I like his skill level, and I like what he does in the ring. Like John say, I like his punch placement sometimes, because sometimes he throws some fluky shit, and I'll be like, what the hell? But honestly, I'll say like this: the thing that scares me with him is what Andrade does after he lands a combination. He steps straight back with his chin in the air like this, and I see him getting in trouble against the upper echelons with that.
Especially with them big ass feet.
Yeah, oh man.
but you know what? But you know what? If he learns to protect that chin, he has the right distance to be able to outbox people. His arm length and his size fits so well at 154. I mean, if he can keep his chin protected with his boxing skills and his range, there's really not that many guys at 54 that can really bang with him.
You know, I don't look at him too much as a power puncher. I know he done scored some knockouts, but he doesn't come across as a power puncher. I think his knockouts are
natural.
Are in regards because of the guys he's
it's more towards his boxing skill, of course. But
right.
what I mean by many guys at 54 banging with him, just in the simple sense that I really don't see many guys. There's really not that many guys at 54 that can really, you know what I mean? Who you got at 54 that really has that knockout power? Besides, Kirkland really does. I don't know. For me, Kirkland don't really have knockout power. He got to knock you out like 5 times before he takes you out.
160 his last few fights, though. Kirkland been at catch weights by 160 his last few fights. So I
thought the Tapia fight was at 154.
Huh?
Wasn't the Tapia fight at 154?
No, it was at a catch weight of 156, I believe, 157, something like that.
So
would he middleweight fight?
So who would he beat a Kirkland?
Huh?
Would Andrade beat a Kirkland?
Depends on his chin.
Yeah. No, somebody's gonna catch him. Somebody's gonna catch him and
Kirkland will walk him down.
Man, somebody's gonna catch him with them big ass feet. He ain't gonna be able to get out the way, man. I'm telling you, though. I see it coming, man. That's the first thing I noticed when I look at him. I'm like, damn, he got some big ass feet.
But you know what? You know what? We said the same thing about Danny Garcia and his chin being untested, and next thing you know, Matisse punched him right in his jaw that flew his mouthpiece out, and he still stood in there like nothing.
Like a champ.
The fight that let me knew Danny had a chin was when he fought Kendall Holt. And I know Kendall Holt with a clean ass left hook.
A couple of them. He took a couple of them, and he caught a couple of them.
I knew he had a chin.
Man, that's a real champion right there, man. When you can take it like you dish it, that's a champ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that may actually be a good thing for Andrade. If he does get hit like that, maybe it'll open him up to get more protected. Or I think some guys need to hit the canvas to finally get that extra hump. Like I feel like Canelo needed to lose to Mayweather to get that extra, you know what I mean, to get hungry again.
The motivation.
Or Lennox needed to hit the canvas a bunch of times before he started coming back.
When you get knocked out by Rockman, you know something's wrong.
When dudes get knocked out, they used to go to Manuel Stewart, but now they go to Freddie Roach right now.
Yep.
R.I.P. Manuel Stewart. Who would y'all like to see Andrade fight if he makes it past this one?
Jermell Iron Man Charlo.
I like that.
He beat the shit out of him.
Man, stop. Man, Charlo box his damn ears
He
off.
crazy. He beat the shit out of him.
Man, get the fuck.
Beat the shit out of
I'm seeing
Charlo.
boo-boo on that one.
Battle. Yeah.
Hey, Doodoo will be shit on the side of the road.
He beat Charlo ass. Charlo don't want none.
Hell no.
Charlo don't want none.
What they say, lions only.
Lions only.
And motherfucking Andrade a fucking gorilla.
He ain't no damn gorilla. He a gorilla only in his mind.
He a gorilla, man.
You know what? There's a couple of fights at 54 for him. I mean, even if you don't throw him with Charlo, I mean, you could throw in Rosado just to get him some more experience. Because Rosado's a guy that's not.
I think Rosado will beat him.
You crazy?
Oh, no way, Mike! Stop it!
Hey, I will tell you,
No.
I don't think Rosado
I'm
can
gonna
beat
be
him.
honest though. Andrade will beat Rosado. I was just fucking around now.
Yeah, I hope you
I
was.
was fucking around.
Cause you sound
But
real
you know what?
silly.
Dog, somebody, I don't know who it is. Somebody's gonna catch him, dog. I just don't know who it is. I think he's very good, but he does need to hit the canvas again.
All right, what y'all think about Mayweather defending 147 and 154 on the same night?
Against who? That's my only thing. I want to know who it's against.
Let's try to pick up some opponents. Only person I can see doing that right now is Keith Thurman.
Shit.
Canelo fight too close to September.
Right. I would say that's too close.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Hey,
That's a quick ass turnaround.
Sean Porter got a date.
Right, but Sean Porter's too close. He ain't nothing but a month away.
yeah, but you know what? Sean Porter could drop that IBF belt and go for that WBC belt. Fuck that.
He got a.
How many times have we seen that done before? I mean, wasn't there supposed to be a rematch with Broner and Maidana? And Maidana was like, "Oh, I'm having a baby." And then all of a sudden, that money came, and it was like, "Well."
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
yeah, but think about it.
Bullshit.
Would you rather fight Floyd for that 147 and 154 belt and the money, or Kell Brook for IBF belt?
I mean, Kell Brook gonna end up being hurt anyway.
You know, that's
He's gonna end up wasting time.
I just want to see Kell Brook get tested, so I say Kell Brook just cause.
Hey, listen, he may have some back spasms and not even show up to the fight.
Man, look, I believe Kell Brook gonna get in the fight
like you said,
when I see Kell Brook there.
Like, how would that work with him defending both belts? He just put the 154 on line and fight at 147?
Right, or either I think it got to be like that. It has to be.
I think Sugar Ray Leonard was the first one to do it.
Yeah, he was. But you got.
My favorite fighter was the first one, Hammer and Hank Armstrong.
Yeah, but you got to remember back then it was a little bit different with the weight classes too.
It sure
was. It wasn't
was.
as many. It was only 8 back then.
Didn't you
Yeah,
have?
I mean, you didn't have all these junior. You didn't have junior middleweight. You didn't have junior welterweight. You know what I mean? You didn't have super heavyweight. I mean, super middleweight. All that stuff. You know, you had middleweight. Welter was like 140 and 150.
And wasn't there no like rehydration or something like that? Didn't you have to be like 147 or whatever on the way?
Yeah,
they actually did the weights on the same fight night.
Right. They did the weights before the fight.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a day before where they would allow you to
rehydrate.
Because these guys are blowing. It's not even they rehydrated. They're blowing up. How you go from 147.5 to 168 in one day?
I don't know, man.
You're a huge motherfuckers.
What you be eating, dog? But what's your,
That's what I'm saying. Like, how much water can you drink in one day?
I'm reading right here that Manny Pacquiao is invited to go visit the Miami Heat. And
YOLO. Manny Pacquiao and Drake, huh?
Is his mom going? Is his mom going with him?
I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
We may get some voodoo. We may get some voodoo on that Miami court.
And Freddie Roach said Provodniko can get Manny Pacquiao if he want him.
See, with Ruslan style, I think Pacquiao will tear Ruslan up.
Don't he train both of them?
A few times though, Ruslan might hurt him 3 or 4 times in the fight, but I think Pacquiao will kick his ass.
Yeah, he
trained
so both.
Too.
Well, he does train both of them, but they're looking at Marvin, his assistant, might train Ruslan Provodniko at the other wild card gym, and they train at the original because you know it's 2 wild cards now.
Right.
Yeah,
Manny don't want that fight. Keep Manny away from Ruslan.
Hey, I don't know why you say he don't want that fight, man.
He don't want that fight, yo. Listen, I don't think. Listen, I don't think beating a Brandon Rios. I don't think beating a Brandon Rios and beating a Tim Bradley that wanted to knock you out, although he has no knockout power whatsoever. puts you in a position to stay your back in boxing. Honestly, I still don't think Manny still. I mean, yeah, he's gotten better with his boxing ability, but he can't close out a fight like he used to. And I think a guy like Ruslan, once they start banging in that middle, I don't know. I think Ruslan may edge him on power.
Hey, this is another thing. Now, Freddie Roach knows all Ruslan's weaknesses. And
so does Ruslan Provodniko.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to speak on
exactly
that I see.
Yeah, but they spar and work together.
Body well. Ruslan does
yeah,
not
but
body well.
They work together. Yeah, but Manny rarely ever throws to the body. I mean, Manny's favorite punch and Jim Lampley's favorite punch is the left to the face.
Exactly.
Because you hear Jim Lampley call that punch for 12 rounds.
Man, I'll tell you what, when they get if Ruslan can somehow get him in the pocket where Manny really doesn't like to fight, oh man, dude, it might be a wrap. But Manny's smarter than that.
It can be trouble.
Man, Manny's smarter than that though, man. He's smarter than that. He ain't gonna do that.
All I'm saying is this: we saw Manny back away from Brandon Rios when he was hurt. We saw Manny at times with Bradley.
Man, Bradley lifted him off his feet.
That's what I'm saying. What happens when it's cutting you off and you? I don't know. I just can't see Manny. That's fine. Hold on, I'm coming right now. I just don't see Manny.
I can see Ruslan keeping up with him.
That's the thing.
I don't know. I think
Ruslan gonna have to catch him, man.
His foot speed, he too fast.
But can he stay away from him for 12 rounds? I don't know.
He can stay away from him for the majority of the round.
What y'all think? What y'all rather see?
I don't know. I think Manny fast, but I don't know. I think Ruslan power may be the edge on that one. I think Ruslan may catch him.
I think Manny Pacquiao's just too fast for him. Manny Pacquiao's like a machine gun, and he gonna back Ruslan up eventually because he gonna eat so many punches to the face. He gonna tear his ass out the frame.
He gonna have Ruslan looking like Margarito.
Look how his face look versus Bradley.
He gonna look like your man from the Goonies.
So what y'all rather see?
I don't know.
Would y'all rather see Manny?
I think.
Go ahead.
I think Ruslan got way more power than Manny. I mean, I think speed is gonna play in a part, but I don't know. I think Ruslan may be able to take that speed away from him if he work his body.
What y'all think about would y'all like to see Amir Khan versus Pacquiao or Ruslan?
I would love to see that fight. I would love to see Amir Khan. I would love to see Amir Khan.
You're gonna see Manny. You're gonna see Manny knock out Amir Khan. Pacquiao will knock out Khan.
Yo, I've never seen Amir Khan in a bad fight. Actually, I've never seen Ruslan in a bad fight either.
I agree.
You know what? I'd rather see Ruslan versus Manny than Manny versus Amir Khan, simply on the sole reason that I think Manny's just as fast as Amir Khan, and I think Manny's angles and power will get Amir Khan laid out.
Right. Hey, that's the same thing. I believe that'll be a fight where Amir Khan will be winning. He'll be up like 6 rounds to 2, looking good, and Pacquiao will drop his ass.
But see, I don't think Ruslan will ever be up 6 rounds to 2. That's the whole thing.
No. I was talking about Amir Khan.
Yeah.
I was talking about Amir versus Manny.
Yeah, you said he would be up 6-2, right? You said he could be up 6-2 and just get whooped, right?
Right. Amir Khan will be beating Pacquiao is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm saying I don't think that Ruslan would ever get up to 6-2 on him. I don't think that fight would be close unless Ruslan catches him. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all think about Ruslan versus Amir Khan?
He's trying to get Amir Khan killed.
You trying to get him killed?
He's trying to get Amir Khan killed.
Yo, just say you don't like Amir Khan, man.
Right.
I do not like Amir Khan. No, you know what? It's not, John, it's not about not liking Amir. You know what? Amir Khan has this habit of trying to make a fight. He doesn't know how to box you for 12 rounds. He has to box you for a couple of rounds, and then he likes to come on the inside. That's his mistake. That's what got him knocked out versus Danny, because he was beating Danny Garcia's ass.
He was.
It's his bravado.
No, but
It's just he cannot stay boxing. He's gonna come in, and when he does, Ruslan is gonna take that chin out.
But I wasn't talking about you not liking Amir Khan. I was talking about CJ for trying to get him.
Oh, CJ.
Hey, that's like the other time I remember they was like, yeah, we should put Thurman versus Amir Khan. Man, what you trying to get Amir Khan jaw?
Yeah, I think Thurman will destroy Amir Khan.
Yeah, I think so now.
Hey, he'll blast Amir Khan head into the fucking Wembley Stadium from America.
Hey man, Keith Thurman, man, he's a historian of the sport, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, like for real, man, I've been watching him. He's just been growing.
Yeah, he has. I'll be honest, I didn't like Keith Thurman when he came out. I remember before Paulie fought Broner and Thurman had won that fight, he was talking shit to Paulie. I didn't like Thurman. I was on Paulie's side, like, yo, this nigga don't want none of Paulie, you know what I mean?
No,
but then I seen him fight Soto Caras, and I've seen him in his interviews and just his progress as a fighter, and he's come pretty good. I mean, a long way. I mean, he's getting better every fight. You cannot say his boxing skills are getting way more smoother. Every time he throws a punch, it's way more crispier.
Yeah, it is. And he only thing he needs to work on is being more patient sometimes.
I agree, CJ.
He just like to get to it a little bit too fast, and sometimes he get caught cold. You know, and that can't happen when you're not warmed up. And he comes in a little bit dry. He doesn't come in worked up with a sweat too sometimes. So early is just a little issue that concerns me with Keith Thurman.
And if he gets an A-level guy and he's like that, you know, it might be a little bit different, you know.
Right.
Might be a
But you know what? I really enjoyed when he made that comment about Floyd when he said, if you smart, you fight me now that I'm still young. Because if you give me more time, I have more experience.
Yeah.
That's what he did with Canelo. That's why I knew. That's why I knew that's what he was doing. Because Canelo's gonna grow, man. Canelo's gonna grow, and that's what Floyd.
He gonna grow. He gonna grow. He gonna grow. He gonna grow into the dirt after Laura beat that ass. I like Canelo, and I like Canelo.
Hey, only ass Laura gonna be beaten is he is trying to get off that mat. He gonna have to get his ass off the mat.
You crazy? You crazy? He gonna outbox Canelo because Canelo ain't gonna apply no pressure. He gonna try to outbox Laura. You can't outbox no Cuban.
The same shot he landed on Trout and made Trout do the stanky leg. He's gonna put Laura ass to sleep with it.
Let's make a bet right now on that. I got $20 say that don't happen. Laura don't hit the canvas off no straight right.
Let's roll with it then. 20.
Look. The bet is Laura don't drop off no straight right.
No, hell no.
Because you might get him with a left.
Right. No, hell no. That ain't the bet. No, the bet is that, all right, here it go. I got Canelo to win, you got Laura to win.
Bet. I'll take that all day.
Let's roll. $20.
$20. PayPal, baby.
Well, I ain't got PayPal, but I'll get it to you.
All right. No matter how you get it to me.
That means
Got that Western Union.
You might have
Got that Western Union.
You might have.
Hey, I ain't worried about it. He gonna be sending me money. That's why I already know. Just go ahead, get it ready.
All right, hold on, Mike. If it's a robbery, come on. What about if it's a robbery?
No, hell no. Ain't no conspiracy theorists. Ain't gonna be no robberies. Canelo
right.
gonna beat that ass.
We gonna, hey, look. Wait.
Hold on. Hey, I want all Chris $2 bills too. All Chris
fuck out of here.
Bills.
Hey, all I'm saying is this, dude. We gonna score the fight together, because I don't want no conspiracy crap, dog.
Right.
We gonna score it together.
Hey, hopefully I win these tickets and we can go live.
Whoa. Bet. Win the tickets.
Hey,
What's that fight at? What's that fight? At MGM?
It's in Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas?
MGM Grand, yep.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to get to part 2 tomorrow, y'all, because I know everybody got to go on and do their separate things. So this is Colossal Boxing Talk. We gone.
Smooth cat out.
Peace.